Spinny, spinny, spinny. All right, let's see if I can get my volume proper before I screw everything up. All right, got this going. It's not showing that I'm live on YouTube though. Let me see if I can fix that because that's going to be screwed up. Down on that. Okay, slide this over. I have to talk things through while I'm doing them. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Crazy Show, where I pretend like I know what I'm doing and I fake it along the way. I mean, we all kind of do that. So I think my volume should be good. My video should be good. So I think I'm all right. And I just did something. What did I just do? Slide this back over here. All right. Someday I will get used to this and I will know what I'm doing. For now, I have the clue. All right. So far we have Anthony Dodge, Artie from Osmerica, Gerald Stewart, Joe Rader, John Benicki, Curly Express, Dwight, Lynn McCurdy, Martin Sierra, myself, Ray Babel, Schuylkill River Valley John, Tim D, and 3 Dubs Wigwag Workshop. I see Anthony saying something, but it's blotted out. I can't see it just yet. So welcome, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Let's see if I can get rid of the participants now. I'm such a professional. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. All right, I don't want top chat. I want live chat. There we go. All right. So I don't like that because the heart's in the way. So I'm going to move that over there. All right. And I think my husband is in here somewhere. Oh, Kenward's here. Hey, Hot Rod Rodney. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. I think I got everybody. If I missed somebody, I apologize. I do apologize. I got 2 screens open. Kind of feel like deer in headlights at this point. So, so if Artie's still in here, I know he was having trouble with his internet. I got my Cosmic Brownie. So apparently all you need are brownies. I don't know if he's picky or not, but this is how you get Artie to this side of the pond. So make brownies, Artie will come. I mean, all right, so who won the cookie tonight? That would have been Lynn McCurdy, who was here, I think, last night or 4 o'clock this morning when I was up. Don't ask why I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, but I was. So he won the cookie. And I see some more people popping in here. Wow, the left is slow and the right is popping off. I saw a new name pop in here. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm completely got this under control. Possum Bayou. There we go. Rusty's in the house. Okay. I knew it. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody as out of it as I am apparently? I don't know. I thought I had myself like together this evening. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. Artie prefers the Colorado style brownies. Well, I mean, my brownies could be lit. You don't know. You don't know. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Taking a page out of Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. Starting to sweat. Oh my goodness. I saw a really cool video today. I'm really behind on watching videos, but at 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I was watching Caboose 121. He had an interesting video. It was pretty cool. He was talking about an industry that he has in his layout, and he went to the actual place. I believe it was in Utah, and was walking around it. It was an old mining shack. When I say shack, it was a giant place on a hillside with ore cars and the whole thing. It's pretty cool. Hey, CDP 1965, welcome. Taking a sip. Boy, you know, Humanity Junction told us how to get rid of the heart, and I didn't do it. I didn't do my homework, and so that heart is smack dab over the top of whatever's going on. Hot Rod. I was in pain Wednesday. Oh, Ronnie, that doesn't sound good. I hope you're feeling better today. I hope you're feeling a lot better today. My goodness, that is no fun. I believe Rodney has a birthday coming up on the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think that's when his birthday's coming up. So what's everybody been doing? What's everybody been working on? I have not been doing anything with trains. I have been working on crafty stuff. I have ink pads all over my desk. Working on putting together Christmas cards with my daughter this year. It's in the setup for the stream. Yeah, Gerald. Yeah, I didn't do my homework. Quite frankly, I just forgot about it until I was sitting here and the show was getting ready to start, and I saw it and went, oops, you didn't do your homework. So, oh well. Oh, Ray's having issues with his legs. Yeah, pain is not good. Not good at all. Martin wants to know what state is pain in. Pain is in an awful state. Ooh, kidney stones. That's worse than having children. I speak from experience. I never want to go through that again. Hopefully that has gone away because that really stinks. I'm sorry to hear that, Rodney. That really stinks. Yeah. So as I was saying, haven't really worked on trains. I am at the point confidently that my track is all the way to my pull-out section. So it's a matter of pushing myself to finish laying the track, nail it down, and then cut it. And then I will be set on that. We'll have a train running. But like I said, I've been working on designing Christmas cards for the family with my daughter. We haven't really done that ever. And this year I decided, you know what? We're going to do that. I used to make Christmas cards when she was tiny. So that's what I'm working on lately. Hey, Corey, welcome. Steve 87th, welcome. I hope I haven't missed somebody. I'm terribly slow. I do try my best not to miss anyone. Either pulled a hammy or something else, but still getting things done just slower. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, Chuck is saying his layout's been neglected all year. Well, I feel like, I don't know. Do we just live with dust on our layouts and just ignore it like it's not there? Because it seems like every time I go to work on my layout, I probably spend 25 minutes dusting it before I start to actually work on it. Well, Rodney, I hope the doctor's appointment goes well. I hope that whatever they can do is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and they can take care of that for you. Not too invasive. Yeah, Corey, you know what? You're right. Dust is free weathering. I kind of like that idea. It's just that, I mean, I'm not so much a stickler for the dust on the buildings. Well, I guess I kind of am. But on the track. And of course, you need the track clean because you don't want. No, but you can't have dust on the track. Like, I've half thought about putting like painter's tape or something down, but then I don't want the sticky residue. Don't yell at me. It's just thoughts that come into my head and then I banish them. But I thought about that. Rodney, it's not the first time. Oh, no, that's no fun. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. I popped my head into my layout room the other day. Plenty of scale-sized electric wires have been made. Wait. Wow, you've been busy. Going to be busy the next 3 weekends. Next Saturday, set 64 plus by 30-foot layout up. Yard down the middle. 20 to 23 big train shows. Then the following weekend, take it. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Welcome, Poppy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Put a cover or a tarp over it. You know, I've actually thought about that too. But I'm afraid of knocking my firehouse has like a little finial decoration, which I've knocked that puppy off of it like 5 times. So I'm afraid of putting a sheet on there and then, yeah, I know, be careful, but being careful is not my vocabulary. So pull a sheet, I'm going to have to glue that thing on for the umpteenth time. So I kind of haven't done that. But maybe I just need to shut up and just do it, right? I mean, I can make 50 excuses. Why not? But I have thought about that too. I just wish it wasn't so dusty. It seems like the dust is like attracted to the stuff. It's not really, well, I guess it is electronics. Oh, Len, the battleship, like the ones that you were showing me in Messenger, the battleship is like, what is that battleship? Is probably my wingspan. What's my wingspan? Like 4 or 5 feet? That's insanity. That's amazing. That would be amazing to go see. I wish we had stuff like that around here. I'm a little jealous of that. I'm glad you guys have that set up. I'm just a little jealous that I can't go see that. I need to clean the track of my T-Track modules for the Pensacola show, second week in November. Yeah, I just saw the advertisement for that. Would use it as a tunnel obstacle course if I did that. Artie, why are you digging tunnels? All right, I need to like slow this down so that I can keep reading because it's going too quickly. Going through train withdrawal because I had to tear out my train layout because we were moving. The new house won't be ready until, when's the new house going to be ready? Oh, now I'm behind. See, this is where you need a producer. You have to pop this stuff. It's either dust. Weathering is great, but if you put your thumbprint in, it's not. Robert, yeah, thumbs are bad. I think YouTube takes time away from the layout. Just saying, LOL. You know, you're not wrong. It's impossible to like keep up with all the videos, and yeah, I think we could all be on just YouTube watching videos all day and do nothing else. Not a bad thing, but still. 9-foot long correction, aircraft carrier at 10 feet. Oh, it's 10 feet long? Holy moly, that's just one thing. That's just, and then how wide is it? Is it like 2 or 3 feet wide? Maybe 2 feet wide? I'm not good with my things right now. Let's see. Clean track today for the first time in 2 years since going over to odorless mineral spirits. Yeah, I just kind of use the vacuum cleaner. I don't know. I have that little track buddy thingy. You're supposed to like scratch the track with it or whatever, but I think I've used it like one time. I know that everybody, it's kind of like your children, everybody's out. There was I forget what the track cleaner was. It was all the rage like 2 years ago or a year ago. Can't remember what it's called. Some people were like, yeah, and some people were like, no, it's made my track worse. Won't be ready until December. Oh, hopefully it'll be ready before Christmas. That'll be awesome to spend the first Christmas in that new house. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I always vacuum the layout. And then what do I use? And then I finally learned to be gentle with my stuff. So I have these little paintbrushes that I used to use with my children when they were little for the little paint projects. And they work really good. They're not too stiff, but they're just enough to get in the crevices, especially in the locomotives and the cabusai, because when you've got the tail ends where you have the steps and all that kind of stuff, it really gets in there really good and cleans it out. And that helps before you like use air can. And I should have bought stock in air cans because why am I paying for air? So I started using that. Pixie makes tunnels, not me. Oh, the bunny rabbit, right? That's too funny. What is Tim saying? My wife makes all her own cards for everything. In a weathering group on Facebook, someone had been using the distress oxide for weathering. I might be taking her stress oxides. Oh, really? The distress oxide? I didn't know. I didn't think about that. I have a whole bunch of browns and different colors, walnut stains, and all kinds of stuff. I'll have to check that out then. That's actually a really good idea. The Ricker is with the family. He is a busy man. It does, but it also helps with ideas and stuff. You know, it helps you to see what other people are working on, help you like work through issues, and maybe come up with ideas that you weren't. Let's see, what is Anthony saying? I go to click on it and it disappears. YouTube keeps me on my layout. Cayenne always also keeps me on the layout, at least to run trains. Well, of course. That must be so much fun. What is Robert saying? Hi, John. GP taking it easy from a 5-day hospital visit. Oh, Robert, I hope you're doing better then. My goodness. My goodness, that's not good at all. No. So, yeah, like I've been working on the Christmas cards idea. Pretty much all we've done is plan and decide that we need more stuff because, who doesn't need more stuff to do things? I mean, right? Like we always need stuff. Bright Boy, thank you, 3 dubs. Yes, that's the little scratchy thing that I was talking about. I have a Bright Boy. I've used it. I haven't had track up long enough to have really an opinion about anything. Let's see. Had layout running for granddaughter over the weekend. She's 15 months old. Loved it. I bet she absolutely loved it. That is so fun. Yeah, the new untrained baby spiders have been having a field day in the train room. I guess it's Halloween time. There you go. Halloween decorations. Oh, baby spiders. That means there's a ton of them. Creepy crawlies. Eek. Let's see. It's the Ricker. Hold on. Lynn, what is he saying? Nissy J, wait. You clean the trains? I call that weathering. No. There's the clean weathering and then there's the dirty weathering. And I want the clean weathering that looks dirty, but it's not dirty. It's clean. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. I know what I'm saying. Let's see. Hot Rod. I've never really finished my shed layout. Now there might be a possible new layout being built in the future. Well, Rodney, you need to start doing some videos on that. That would be perfect. You do some live, start working on that, and then I can pop in and ask you questions while you're doing it and buck the crap out of you. How are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Let's see. Yeah, that's really cool. Hey, it's Gus. Welcome, Gus. Oh, I'm not keeping up very well. Tipster from the Rickster. All right, so I guess what I'm going to ask you guys tonight, my main question for tonight, I'm going to talk about trains for a hot second, is what's the general consensus on water feature? Like how many of you guys out there have actually done a water feature? I know we watched Crooked River and Eastern do his live. I know what he used on his. I know that Schuylkill River Valley has done the toilet paper thing, all of which everybody's that I've seen so far has looked really good. Is there like Len, with you guys with your club and stuff, have you heard a bunch of people say, I would stay away from this and I would go towards that? Is there a brand that's better? Does it matter? And also, second question, how much do you buy of it? How do you take your dimensions and go, I need 3 bottles of the Woodland Scenics or whatever? How do you know? Like with the toilet paper idea, at least it's you just use as much as you need. But I actually wanted like somewhat see-through. Yeah, 3 dubs. So what have you used for your water features? Welcome, Tim. It's windy and raining, so couldn't listen in the car on my way to Walmart. Oh, well, I'm glad you drove safe to Walmart, though. That's good. Yeah, we're pretty dry here, but it was actually nice and comfortable today. Yeah, Robert, I hope you're feeling better. So John's done both. And then I know there's like a bunch of different kinds of resin. There's the kind that your pants are on fire. You got to get it poured and done quick because it sets up pretty fast. Hey, Edward, welcome. Wait, Rodney. What does Rodney say? I'm going to use the magic water if the day ever comes. Magic water. All right. I've not heard of that. I've heard of it. I've forgotten about it. Only person till recent is the guy with the ships. He uses plumber's putty. He's a plumber, but it cracks over time. Yeah. And I could have sworn that somebody mentioned something about the Woodland Scenics would yellow within a few years. I've heard multiple times where people have said from different people that after a few years, the Woodland Scenics yellows. And I really don't want to do that and have yellow water. Hey, Tammy. I've used Woodland Scenics beads that you melt. Not recommend. Now that I have not heard of either. And that doesn't sound like fun either. I want something that I can like pour. But let's see. I just used standard pouring resin from Amazon. It was cheap and it worked really well. All right, well, maybe that's what I'll end up doing. No, Ray, I don't want the pea water. Not on my layouts. Not really, no. So I guess too, HO Customs, hold on. HO Customs now overtime at the bench had some very good videos on water. All right, I'll have to check that out too then. I know some of you guys have been doing it, and I'm trying to take a little from here and a little from there. And then I'm also trying to figure out, so the first time that I did ballast, I was trying to figure out how much ballast I needed for my layout at the time, which was 4x8, and I had double track, and it was just circles or oval, 2 ovals. And well, needless to say, I have a ton of ballast left over in the shakers out there. I don't want to have a ton of resin count product out there that I only have a 4 foot by, it's approximately 4 foot long. It's a little windy, not much. And then about 1.5 inches deep. So also too have to figure out how much pour I want to do. And then I love the way that Tammy, I have something in my eyeball. I love the way Tammy did her waterfall. That looks really, really cool. I might have to rewatch that video for the umpteenth time and maybe borrow some ideas. Tammy, if you don't mind. Because I was kind of thinking like just doing glue. Let's see. Yep, really any 2-part resin epoxy that you pour works great. Have a brain freeze on the brand I use. I think it was called Art something. All right. So you don't have to get the most expensive brand. It's one of those situations where just because you spent $20 on something doesn't make it the best thing. All right. I see the JD said he used a 2-part epoxy brand was Famo wood. I bought it at Lowe's. It was for doing bar counters. It works great. It hasn't cracked or yellowed in 11 years. And it's called Famo wood. Okay, I'm writing that down. Famo wood. Sorry, guys, I'm taking notes. And you bought it at Lowe's, correct? Yes, you did. All right. That's for bars. Yes, I'm going to buy some stuff for a bar, use it on my trains. The Resonese was a 2-part by Jay Diction. Oh, and none of these names have I heard of before. Jay Diction. All right. And it's 2-part epoxy. I do know that I will have to put up a barrier. I feel confident that as far as the riverbed, the stream, whatever, I have coated it and sealed it sealed it. Like there's enough coats of stuff on there that it should be good. But I do have it cut out at the edge of the table. So I would need to put a barrier so that the stuff doesn't run out onto my carpet, and probably put some sort of a basin or something under there to catch it, because I know the heat and stuff will cause it to do stuff. So Edward is saying, I've been using the toilet paper Mod Podge for the last 2 dioramas. Well, you know what's going to come down to? I'm going to have to just grab some of this foam board, which I have a plethora, and start digging it out and then try the different options and see what works best for me. And you guys are probably all shaking your head going, yeah, that's what you should do. Let's see. Rodney, I used paint to paint the base of the riverbed and put a gloss clear seal over top of it. So that's pretty much what I've done. I carved out the foam, and then I used plaster clothed it, and then I went back in and took Mod Podge and acrylic paint, mushed it all together to the color that I wanted, and put, I'm not kidding you, like probably 10 or 11 coats till I got it to the color that I wanted, and made sure that there were no pinholes, there was no holes, everything was completely smooth and sealed. So I think I should be all right. I think. I don't want to sound too confident and then find out that I screwed up. You lose aluminum foil. You know, and I saw someone else that just did that too for their Christmas village setup, which that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I might do that too. Yeah, I can't make a decision. Wait, I just lost Artie. There is this stuff I'd be looking for. It's crystal goes to jelly when you add water to it. Florists use it. It change. Just add water to it. That's not those like see-through things, is it? The see-through water thingies that people are using for decoration. Make sure that your layout is level because it will find your low spot. Ooh, all right, that's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, it's already it's painted. If you plan on dyeing the resin, be sure the liquid dye is compatible with the type of resin you're using. Yeah, I'm counting on the color that's already painted to be that's what's going to show through. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably my best bet. Start with just dig it out and try it because the toilet paper might be the easiest option. Lord knows it's probably the cheapest one. And then if I screw it up, I'm not out very much. That's the cheap way for beginners. Yeah, right? I mean, yeah, like I want to talk it to death and then I want to try it. So Tammy's saying my waterfall is the aluminum foil over the mountain, and then you can paint, spray paint, and resin without melting. See, I was thinking also because I'm handy dandy and I've got glue guns and I have a case of glue of doing, taking the aluminum foil or not aluminum foil, but well, why not? Like wax paper or something, forming it over the waterfall section, and then doing the hot glue loops or whatever you want to call it, the lengths, let it dry, and then, take it off of the wax paper and just stick it on there. But I don't know. I want it to look good. I don't want it to look, I want to do it cheap, but I don't want it to look cheap. So we'll see what happens. You have to wall dam it up to prevent leaks. Yeah, on the very edge, because it's got the waterfall that comes down, and so it's got a back barrier here, and then it goes, and then when it comes to the end, I have one section that I'll have to put a barrier on. Yeah. For river runs to the fascia, I'd suggest the resin. The toilet paper doesn't give you the same depth. The resin looks more realistic. Okay, well, it will be going to, yeah, all right, I see what you're saying. Hey, Ian, welcome. I used real water once for my waterfalls. I got extra waterfalls. Artie, I would be terrified to use real water on my layout. Plus, it would attract bugs around here. You'd have like all kinds of things trying to drink it. It wouldn't be pretty. Let's see. John says, I didn't dye my resin. I painted the riverbed and left the water clear. That's pretty much what I plan to do. I'm afraid I don't have the skill level yet to be trying to mix the color into the resin. I would either end up with it too much or too little, and I want the Goldilocks zone. So I figure if I just rely on the color that it already is, it should be all right. It's not the end of the world, right? What's this? I had a really bad chemical reaction. It bubbled and it smoked. It was crazy. It's funny. I don't have it in here. I made, I think it's Barbados Rex has the recipes for making the thinner and the cleaner for your airbrush, and I use both of them for, I don't have an airbrush, but I use them. They're great for thinning the acrylic paints, and they're great. It's also great for cleaning up your mess, saves a lot of water, etc. And when I mixed it up, I felt like it was it was like stuff. I was like, oh no. And all it was what? Glycerin and simple green, alcohol, IPA. I don't remember what the other thing was. And it was making some noises. I got a little concerned. So I would be freaking out if I start using the resin and it starts boiling. I think it would be panic stricken. Wait, what is John saying? John, your dad had a real waterfall in his layout? That it is cool. That would be cool. But how did he go about doing that? That's crazy. Yeah, that's why I figure I'd have to put something just for insurance. I'd have to put something under where I put the barrier because nothing's foolproof and I don't want it all over the floor. Corey says also seal the base before you add the water. PVA and other glue residues will fog the water. Oh, okay. That's good to know. What is happening here? Yes, it's see-through, just like the ladies' dresses at King's Crossing. So, Artie, I'm starting to think that everybody in Australia dresses like with the minimalist amount of clothes. We got the surfer dudes, we got the ladies at King's Cross. That's too funny. Let's see, what did Lynn say? Nissy J, been searching, found one video on water. There's more, but set NPM. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Some epoxies will melt foam board. Test it on a scrap piece of foam board before you use it on the railroad. Yeah, that's another concern that I have too, because I don't want to have a chemical reaction and then have to flee the house. What is this? Cotton balls for waterfall, bottom water effect. Oh, so like the spray? Yeah, I didn't. So I was thinking I was going to have to get, like the stuff you go with Joanne Fabrics or whatever, and you get that stuff for inside the cushions. That would be easier. I have a ton of cotton balls in my craft supplies. All right, so that's a good idea. I was lucky when I did the big layout in the aircraft hangar when I used real water. Yeah, I would say so. Wait. Somebody's boiling. Maybe the boiling would be good for a Jurassic period bog, lol. Boiling's bad. Ian, boiling's bad. No boiling. Yeah, I would turn into the fossil. That's too funny. My dad made a trough out of plexiglass. Wait a minute. My dad made a trough out of plexiglass. A fish tank pump pumped the water up the mountain and it ran down the plexiglass. Man, that is really cool. That is really cool. Dwight says he doesn't know anything about water. I'm confused. I feel like there's a story there. All right. Martin, clear caulk on wax paper, let dry for a week, then peel off, makes a great waterfall. That's actually a really good idea, too. All right. That is really cool. I do a lot of resin casting for wood turning projects. I have a pressure pot to get rid of air bubbles, not practical for Mara, but a ton of dyes and powders. Yeah, see, that's another problem, too, that I'm concerned about. I know that some people have like a heat gun that they use to get the bubbles out. I mean, I have my scrapping heat gun. I don't know if that would do the job or not. But that's another thing I'm concerned about. It's a little nerve wracking. It's a little more in depth than coloring Easter eggs, I would say. The first year was kind of pathetic, but a stronger pump the following year looked great. Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it was really cool. Especially when we're going into drought season. Best way to save water. I'm telling you, the amount of clothes that I do around here, when you figure the number of people that live in the household, but yet the amount of laundry that I have to do, sometimes I'm wondering if that's why nudists are nudists, because they just say, forget the laundry. My goodness. Teddy bear stuffing's a good idea, too. Polyfill is good, though. I do have a little bit, because I had redone my chairs in my dining room. I won't say that I did them well, but I redid them, and I do have a little bit left. I've also got the stuff that I use for my snow village. I mean, I do have a lot of stuff to choose from. It's just like buckling down and making the decision, like, what am I going to use? So Tim says that Walmart didn't have the two things I went for. Got to head back home, so I'm out. Yeah, nothing like getting all the way there and not having it. You have 2 glass boxes with water in them. They also have fish. Because I use Celastic for the waterfall, and then real water went down. It made it pop. I've never heard of Celastic. Real water does not look like scale water. Really? Cotton balls make the foam effect in the water at the waterfall. Yeah, so I would do one of these numbers, right? So Ronnie, I'd be like pulling them apart, so you get like the fiber sticking up and stuff to kind of make it look like it's hitting the water, giving it that bounce back of water. I know I'm behind, but see, hairdryer works too. Okay. What is this? Wonder if the wires out of the old oil lamps would work for a waterfall. Might. Acrylic caulking on wax paper, then peel off is a good method. All right, so the clear caulking might be the idea. Hairdryer works. Wonder if the wires. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Years ago, Dad used blue cellophane on cardboard, glopped white glue on the cardboard, laid the cellophane on it, waited for it to dry, and then used thin white paint to highlight the tops. It's pretty cool. I know you're supposed to do the water anyways, and then you're supposed to come back with the dry brush and dry brush white on the top, like a sort of like a white cap. I'm afraid I'm too heavy-handed to do it. Can you just blow in the bubbles? I'm afraid that the bubbles are going to come after, and I'm going to think I have it all, and then I'm going to walk away and come back, and there's going to be bubbles. Lots of them. I use water effects from Woodland Scenics for the mountain. All right. And Rodney agrees with me. Okay, good. So elastic is clear caulking. I use it to rebuild engines and vehicles to stop oil leaks. You use caulking on engines? Does it stand up to the heat? I feel like the heat would just crack that. Real water doesn't scale down. So real water doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. Look at some of the older videos from the Thunder Mesa Model Railroad. Dave shows how to make water and waterfalls. All right. I'll go back into my library. Water and gravity don't scale down well. All right. Problem is the blue was a bit too blue for the river water. Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to have to worry about coloring resin, because I have this problem where I'll get something to the point that I'm like, oh, this looks really good and I like it, but it just needs just a little bit more. And then that little bit more takes it past where I want it to be. So I don't want to have a pour and then be like, ugh. Tony Custer, believe it or not, used plaster to make a river and one of the DPB DVDs. All right. Edward, try all of the things. Well, to be honest, I should just try all of the things. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try all of the things, and then I'll show you guys, and then we'll see how it works out, right? See which one I like best, which one's easier for me to do, too. Because I'm just thinking a pour would be faster because I know that you have to do it quickly because it's resin, it sets up fast, and I have quite a bit of space to do, but yeah, that's my concern with the woodland seeds. I have heard from people that they say that it yellows, and we're talking 2 to 3 years out, and I'm a little concerned about that. So Artie's saying it's a special kind for engines. I got heaps of it. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if it was like you were being funny, like blinker fluid or something. I'm thinking caulking does not hold up to heat. So for deep or dark water, I just dab paint and put gloss, Mod Podge, then water-based poly. Okay. All right. So you guys, like everybody's had experience in doing this in some sort of way or another. So, all right. And we've all made our mistakes. So this is good. Let's see. Lynn's asking, Artie, are you talking about vehicle silicone? Clear silicone would work well. Yeah, I wouldn't get the heavy duty stuff. I would probably be more expensive, right? So I don't need that. Yeah. All right. So I've got options. I've got clear caulking that I can use. I like the cotton ball idea for where the water hits, so that I can get some sort of effect coming on it. And maybe I could even take some of those fibers and kind of like stick them into the stuff as it's coming down, because you got water that sort of spits out of the waterfalls that's coming down too. So this will be fun to kind of play with and see what the effects are that I get. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I seem to do really good on my first try, and then when I go to replicate it, I don't do as well, but we'll see how it is. So you guys call it different. Yeah, everybody's, depending on where you're at in the globe. Corey, luckily I'm modeling silty, almost muddy water, so I could care less if it slightly yellows. Well, there you go, Corey. You got it made the shade. See, if I was smart, then I had to be like, oh no, I have to have clear water. Like, I should have just done a stupid swamp and I would have have to worry about it. Throw some moss on top, it would be good to go. It's more temperature resistant. Well, one thing I don't have to worry about for temperature resistance, because it's in the house, so it's air conditioned. I mean, it will get colder in the winter. I say cold loosely. I mean, I don't think it gets below 60 degrees. I think we've gotten down to like 58 in the house. I don't really like to turn the heat on, but what is this? Yellow tinge is good for fall when the leaves fall in the water. Yeah, but this Florida, we don't have any yellow. Well, when they die, but we don't get that fall thing going on here. What is this? Should do an Aussie Outback River and Lakes. It's just sandy gravel on the bottom. Yeah, it's all mush. Hot glue strips on wax paper for waterfall also. Yeah, and that's another good idea too. Len. That's cheating. I call that cheating. It's actually smart. Unfortunately, I already painted my stupid river bottom all blue, so I can't say that it's dry. Wait, there's Mod Podge for water effects? Like actual Mod Podge for water effects? I got like 3 different kinds of Mod Podge. I went to buy a Mod Podge last year for some silly project. I didn't realize there were literally like 12 different kinds of Mod Podge. I sat there like reading, trying to figure out. I don't remember the one for water effects. What is this? Home Depot has a clear caulk that comes in a clear plastic tube. It's much more clear than most caulks. Yeah, we had to replace. My son-in-law replaced my my kitchen sink because it stopped working, and we did clear caulk around the outside because my sink is like old and the space that needed to be covered didn't match up. So we faked it with some clear caulk. Boomer's Diorama. Now that guy, he does some amazing stuff. Did a video on doing the water on his layout. I think he used Golden GAC 500. I say GAC, I know GAC. It's in his playlist for model railroading scenery tools. All right, I'll have to check him out. I'm glad you mentioned him. He just had another video come out this week as well. I'm a little behind. Yeah, he does some amazing bench building and everything. It's crazy. No water, no rivers are drying up again. Oh yeah, no, we got water. Supposedly in a drought, but there's just water everywhere. Right? I mean, there are like a dozen of them. I remember back 20 years ago when I was helping my mother-in-law with gift baskets, and we used to make bows. They're called stiffy bows, where you take ribbon and you actually run them through Mod Podge, and then you form them into bows and glue them on all fancy onto the baskets. And there was only one kind of Mod Podge, and then all of a sudden you fast forward 20 years and they've added every kind of Mod Podge in the sun. I was like, whoa, what happened? Swampy rivers should not be clear, bottom should be brownish. Yeah, I went with blue, so I gotta stay with the clear. I'm gonna have a little kayaker. I'm gonna put Mr. Nissy on my thing. But I think he's the one I got from Mini Prints is the fisher guy. So I have to get him a little stick so he can be fishing, because the kayak that I had for Mr. Nissy that I used for my PB lid has the paddles, and the paddles would get in the way, and I really don't want to cut the Mini Print. I'd rather just keep him on my PB lid and do a second Mr. Nissy on my thing. AK Interactive, Ammo by MIG, Deluxe Materials, even when listings all have off-shelf portable water. We're going to be going into our dry drought cycle now. Oh, we're just kind of coming out of ours, to be honest. You're surrounded by water. We just have water on one side of the state. Yep, that's a peninsula. We have water everywhere. And then I'm from Florida, but I know that what we call lakes down here are not lakes. They're actually ponds. So I'm surrounded by what they call lakes, by ponds all around me. There's giant ponds like all over the place. Like everywhere you go, there's water. No skinny dipping in Outback rivers, too dry. Well, honestly, I would be afraid. You got the animales that like to eat people. So, hey, Randall, how's it going? Welcome. Are you out getting crews back and forth to the engines, or are you enjoying a day off, a night off? I know I'm behind, guys. I'm sorry. Only the Bahamas have blue water. And they have the blue holes, too. That doesn't sound good. No, I think we've got some blue water. No, that's just the sand. I get confused. All right, Anthony's saying, anyhow, long weekend here, and I'm crashing. Time to go to bed. See whomever, whenever. See, Anthony. Have a great night. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Have a great week. Stay safe. And Randall says, nope, working at Walmart until 11 p.m. Oh, Randall. Well, I hope it goes well for you. I hope you don't have any crazy customers to deal with. What does he say? At least no sharks going for the little worms, LOL. Artie! There's no little worms here. I'm surrounded by water, river, lake, and pond in the backyard. Yeah. There's water everywhere, right? It's everywhere. So we don't have mountains. We literally have some rolling hills about an hour and a half from me north. We do have some hills up in the horse country where there's like horse farms and stuff. But yeah, there are no mountains in the state of Florida. No. So it's always a joke. My husband, when the kids were little, used to say if they started to act up in the van, he would tell them if they don't knock it off, he was going to drive off the next cliff we come to. And then they would get a little terrified. The best part was there are no cliffs. So, I mean, not anywhere. Good old Florida. Randall says he's still doing the rail crew, just needed an extra source of income till things pick up at rail crew. That's understandable. Understandable. I think Jason popped in here. If you did, I am hysterically blind and can't see it. Oh, there he is. Hey, Jason, welcome. I'm in the land of 10,000 lakes. I know that there are 10,000 islands in New York, 10,000 lakes. Pensacola does have blue water. Okay, thank you, Rusty. I thought there's blue water around here. I know we got the white sands up there and that kind of stuff too. Dave, I thought you were here in the same state as me. We haven't had any rain here today at all. It's been dreary out. If it looks like if we were up north, it was getting ready to like have a snow flurry or something, but clearly not warm enough or cold enough for that. I got heaps of water here, but salt water, not the best for the kidneys. Probably not. Yeah. It's getting frost tonight. My goodness. So Jason says lurking while getting... So I read this as lurking while getting plastered. Lurking while getting plaster on the layout. Well, that's okay. And valleys have water in them. Yeah. All right, so I have 10,000 lakes in Minnesota. I thought... Oh, is it Minnesota? JD. Minnesota? Yeah, it's pretty cold up there. The lake entrance to my lake gets very blue this time of year. Okay. Oh, you click on something, it disappears. Claims to have 10,000 lakes, but I think Wisconsin has more. Wisconsin has the cheese. Plastered while plastering. I don't think a whole lot of plastering would get done if that was the case. Oh my goodness. What is this? Your swimming pool water is only blue because of the blue liner. To be honest, it's kind of funny. It seems like the water looks blue the deeper it gets. So Jason says, rusty water, just playing with the plaster of Paris. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jason. I really read that as getting plastered. I apologize. Let's see, Wisconsin, cheese, beer, and brats, eh? And don't forget the Green Bay Packers, who aren't playing that great, but it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. So, all right, well, now I have 15 different ideas for my water. I know I want clear water. I'm just going to have to pull the trigger on it and try a bunch of different stuff and see what happens with it. So here's a tip. Don't eat yellow snow and don't drink yellow water. And at this one spot, the blue sky really reflects off the water like a mirror. Oh, that's really cool. I bet that's really pretty. From the cheese and the beer. Yep. Okay, Dave. Rusty says, I read it the same way. The emojis in the corner block some of the comment. Yeah, this stupid heart. I have to disconnect that. I have it saved in my library, and I'm going to disconnect that. Stay away from Clearwater. You might get picked up or offered $20. I have not been to Clearwater since I was in high school. You only go to Clearwater, honestly, if you are a teenager or like 20-something years old. By the time I was like 22, we were already going to the what I call the old folks section because I wanted to just enjoy the water and the beach. So I don't even go to Clearwater. Don't eat the snow where the Huskies go. That is a very good plan. Do not do that. Don't do that. So are you guys, because now what is it? We're in fall. Does this mean a lot of you guys stop working on your layouts now and just kind of like do stuff with the family? You guys are busy doing other stuff. Like for me, I can sort of work on things year round. I'm not really stuck on that. See, what does it say? My daughter got a job in Fort Myers as a physician assistant. Nice. Very, very nice. Artie, what are you saying? Or looking to pick up something loose? Ain't nothing loose around here, my friend. Nothing loose at all. JD Frank Zappa reference. Okay. How about Everclear? Then you don't need to worry about the water. I mean, I'm supposed to drink the Everclear? I'm so confused. Clearwater, the home of the butt floss. I mean, it's just young, very energetic people, and it's crowded. I'm sorry. Even when I was, young, I don't have a lot of patience, and I'm not. It's too people-y. I just want a nice, calm place that I don't have to spend forever getting to, and just relax. Fall and winter is a time for trains. Oh, because it's summertime, it's too hot. Fall is the start of model railroad season. Okay. Don't pee in my pool. I don't swim in your toilet. Well, that is definitely a good thing to remember. Right now, it's just not as hot as it was in August. I mean, we just had a cold front. It was like 76 out there today or 78. It's actually really nice. The humidity's low. You don't feel like when you walk out the door that you're breathing in a brick wall. Wex says he's model all year long, but less on the weekends in the summer. Spend time in the backyard grilling and chilling. Yeah. Ray says going to be a couple months working on the secret project for the layout. Ray, what's the secret project? What is it? Come on, Ray. It's just you and me. I won't tell anybody. Give me a hint. Is it a big project or a little project? Are you building a new layout? What's it going to be? Yep, Corey, we will be closing seasonal camper next week and then layout work begins. All right. Grant JD says he muddles all year. All right. See, Randall says he went to the club display Friday, got to make the Aurora Miniatures SD60F sweat a little bit. Nice. I'm going back to the train room after I finish these passenger cars. I got 300 people coming from China this week to finish the project. Artie, I don't know what you're saying. Lynn says he'll be in Fort Lauderdale. 12 days later, leaving for Antarctica for 22 days. Oh, is this the cruise that you and Ava were going to take last year? Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited for you, Lynn. That's going to be great. Yeah. There's a secret project. What's the secret? What is the secret project? We need to know these things. I mean, what are you doing? Come on, you can tell us. We won't tell anybody. We can all keep a secret, right, guys? I mean, we'll keep it on the QT. Wasn't it a couple months for the bridge, Ray? Oh, are you building another bridge? Finishing the bridge, Ray? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, Dave says you got to spill the beans. What's going on? Wigwag says he has the C in. Oh, nice. He's doing his 10th bridge scene. Oh my goodness! If he knows it, if Ray does another bridge, hey Derek, if Ray does another bridge the size of the one that he already did with the build crew, holy moly, I don't know where he's gonna put it. My procrastination is because I get a little intimidated and then I don't take the next step. That happens to be my problem. Then after I push through it and I do it, then I'm like, I don't know why I waited so long to do it. Joe says he lives 5 minutes from Ray and he doesn't even know what it is. Well, Joe, you know what you need to do? You need to just randomly show up. You're like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Already. Oh, I worked it out. He's going to paint the layout. The whole layout? Ray, are you painting the layout? We need to know these things. Inquiring minds need to know. I think I've solved how I'm going to do my water treatment here, and now I need to know. Let's see. JD says secret project. What secret project? Yeah, see? Even JD's asking what the project deck. We got Rick, we got Dave, everybody's asking what's the secret project. Ooh, Rachel is taking over his STS. Is that the secret? All right, now Ray's gone radio silent. Either he's busy doing something for next weekend, which is convenient so he doesn't have to answer, or he's really not going to give us a clue. Ooh, spy cams and Ray's place this weekend. Yeah, Joe, that's right. The Crab Fest and the train show. Is it the Timonium train show? That's this weekend coming up. So you'll have the perfect opportunity to put listening devices in Ray's house. All right, we're all going to have to do a GoFundMe for Joe. Joe shows up at Ray's house with a GoPro on. He's like, hey, what's going on? Starts walking around. Go down to the basement. What's happening? She's taking over the show already. I think she's a natural. She does a fantastic job. Ray says, nope, no clues. Ray, so you tease us. You throw that out there for us. And then you deny us the joy of having answers. It's terrible, Ray. It's terrible. All right, Steve says it's time to eat. He's got an early flight tomorrow. Holy moly, 6 a.m. comes very quickly. Well, have a great night. Enjoy dinner. Take care. Be safe. Safe travels. Rick says Rachel hosts STS with commentary while Ray works on the layout. That would be very good. I like it. I'm thinking about it. Derek is always on my mind. I'm thinking about it. Derek, it's always on my mind. I don't know what he said. If I go backwards, I'll never get caught up. Wait, I can bug Ray's house. I'll be there. I'll put the pressure on. Well, Rick, put the pressure on now. What are you waiting for? Get on the horn, give him a call, and say he needs to tell us what's going on. Oh, Lord have mercy. Already stop. So Ray, is there really a secret? Is it a big project? What's happening? Are you starting a new layout? I know what it is. Ray's going in scale. That's what it is. He's going in scale. Right? Am I right? He's finally embraced the dark side. He's come to our side. We have cookies. We also have brownies. They're not the best brownies. They're packaged brownies, but I mean, they're brownies nonetheless. So, I mean, I think that's the way to go. All right. Well, clearly Ray has let us know there's a secret. He won't share. Oh, he's in Z scale. Ray is going DCC. Yes. Wait, even better. Ray is going Z scale. Oh, no, it's impossible because it's too small and you can't put a decoder in it, right? So Ray's going in scale and DCC along with it. I think we've got it figured out. It makes perfect sense now. If Ray is going in, then I'm going live stream. Ooh, live stream. I like it. And then you get the highball. Is it the highball? What is the thing Ray always says at the end of his lives? Don't forget the highball. So that you'd have a highball on the live stream. So now we'll start calling Rick the Secret Tree. Tipster from the Rickster or the Secret Tree. Sounds like a book, The Secret Tree. Ray's doing a water feature for YouTube. Hey, Ray, can you come do my water feature? You can get European decoders for DCC. For Z-Scale, because Z-Scale is bloody small. I don't think you can put anything in that. Ray's got dead rail. If I modeled Z-Scale, would look like a Helen Keller. The Z-Scale is really cute. And I think I've said before, I did see a layout where someone had HO scale and they had a park scene in the middle and they had a Z-Scale train in it. And then they had, little families and stuff around it, like a ride-on train, like we would have a ride-on train. It looked really cool. I have gone cross-eyed putting the in-scale track together. I can't even imagine trying to do Z-Scale, even a couple pieces. That would be crazy. Live steam in the back garden. I like it. I think it's good. I think that's a good idea. Rusty says live steam in scale. We're going deep, folks. We're going deep. Volts, you can put cameras on the mini branches. Let's see. Derek, if he does, I definitely want to see it, right? Battery powered with DCC. All right. Z-Scale is great for a suitcase layout. Well, you're not wrong on that. I went to a Z-Scale show. There were 2 rows of suitcases with layouts on them. I mean, it must be the easiest gosh darn thing to carry around with you, right? For setup and stuff, but just the wear and tear in your eyeballs. Ray's going O scale. The eyes are off track. Oh my goodness. Think about that. That's funny. Whoop, I missed it. Artie says, I seen a Z-Scale show layout that did the Swiss Alps. God, that's just so small. Z-Scales for psychopaths. It's like, you have a train, you just can't freaking see it. Like, where is it? I mean, what is an engine? Like, they're just, oh no. He's going to finish the bridge scene. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, Randall, you're not wrong. And when I was doing the, to put the track together for the N scale, what do you call it? The connector pieces, the rail joiners. My eyes actually did that on me a couple of times. This is not good. Not good at all. I even pulled out my OptiVisor at one point because I was like, this is not a good deal. He's doing an in-scale coffee table layout. If I find out the secret, I'm only telling JD. Rick Bailey! And I thought we were friends. So it sounds like nobody's telling anybody anything. It's just terrible. Z-scale for me better have sound so I don't step on it. No, you know what? You have to glue a little bell on it. Then you'll know when it's running. If it's not running, you won't have a clue. Ray's adding posts. Oh no. So JD says, is the band getting back together? Is there a band? Ray's joining a band? What instrument do you play? No, you know what hurts? You want to know what hurts for toys? Is when your child has a drum set. And the drum is the storage for the rest of the musical instruments. And so the drum, goes like this. And you take the side off of it. Now you have this giant circle and it's open on the carpet. And you're not paying attention and you're dealing with something with your children and don't realize what's happening and you fall and you land in the drum. Both cheeks. Now I know what a snail feels like. That's an experience. That is an experience. Ray plays the organ. Oh my goodness, Derek. Ray, you can see Ray playing a banjo. Wait, Rachel is the lead singer and JD's on bass? Wait, Rick, what are you playing? I feel like somehow you're involved in this. Wasn't really as painful. You just feel like an idiot. It's one of those things where you look around to see if anybody's looking at you and both your kids are looking at you. Well, I mean, why not? This is my life. So, and yes, I've stuffed the Legos, Thomas the Train. Never a good time. I can see him picking at the strings. Oh, no. My truck has drum brakes. Does that count? I mean, the drum is a drum, right? Doesn't matter what shape it is. Oh, my goodness, you guys. All right, so it looks like Ray is joining a band. He's going to be playing the strings while building a Z-scale layout. That's DCC that runs on batteries. And apparently a giant bridge. So, I mean, it is what it is. Rick plays the jaw harp. What is a jaw harp? Do you mean what is this called? A harmonica? Oh, Lord. All right, you guys. I'm hungry. It's after 9. I'm sure you guys have busy days ahead of you tomorrow, and you guys probably may or may not eaten dinner either. So I'm going to cut out. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight and helping me pick y'all's brains about these water features that now apparently I'm going to be trying several different to see which ones work the best for me. Tuba. Oh, my God, you guys. The harmonica he'd choke. Oh my God, no. The trombone skip. Corey! You can always count on Corey. I might be thinking it, but he's always typing it. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. I had a lot of fun. Take care, everyone. Next week, don't forget, STS 8 o'clock is on the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad channel. Hope to see you guys there. Don't do anything crazy this week. Stay safe. Hopefully everybody's weather is good and not bad. And I'll catch you in the streams. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye, guys.